Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's session, we are going to discuss about do while loop. So in the previous session, we already discussed about two loops, for loop and while loop. And we already saw the difference between these two loops and how to convert the for loop into the while loop. So now we are going to convert this while loop into the do while loop. We already covered what exactly the use of the for loop and when to use that, and the same for the while loop as well. So let's start with the do while. If you don't have the knowledge about the for loop and the while loop, I will suggest you to check the previous session. So this is going to be a quick session. So let's start. So here in the while loop, I'm printing the table of the file, right? From 1 to 10. So let's convert this into the do while. Comment this line of code, okay, and below that I will write the same code in the do while, okay. So for the do while, we need to do the same initialization at the outside of the loop. So I'm writing int I is equal to 1. Here, first we need to write a do, okay, and then there will be a body. Inside the body, you will write whatever the actions you want to perform, and there will again at the bottom there will be while. Okay. So what we want to perform, we want to multiply the given number by the users into the R. Okay. And below that, we will do the increment by 1. Okay. And in the while, we need to write the condition. So here condition is I should be less than or equal to 10. This is the do while loop. So first let's execute this. We are expecting the same output using the do while loop as well. So let's first execute this one. Yes, we are getting the same output. So let's understand what exactly the difference between the while loop and the do while loop. We are doing the same initialization outside the loop. So int I is equal to 1. Here in the do, we first writing down the action. So if you understand, it will first do the initialization, then perform the action, and after that it will check the condition. So every time the action will get performed at least one time, because here it is not checking the condition. So in the previous while loop, we are checking the condition at the first and then we are performing the action, right? So suppose here my I is equal to 1 and I'm expecting my I value should be less than or equal to 10. In that case, suppose I'm giving the I value as the 0. So here my condition is not getting satisfied, right? I'm expecting I value should be less than 0 and I'm giving the I value is equal to 1. Okay, then let's try to run this loop. Now you can see the 5 value. It is executing at only a single time because it will execute whatever the actions given in the do in this body, and after that only it will check the condition. If my condition is not getting satisfied, it will come out of the loop, okay? But it will do the execution at least one time. And that's the major difference between the while and the do while loop. Okay, so I will put that my condition again back. And the next thing is this is called as the entry control loop, and this one is called as the exit control loop, because we are checking the whatever the condition at the exit time. So this is called as exit control loop. Therefore, unlike while loop and for loop, the do while check the condition at the end of the loop body, and the Java do while loop is executed at least once because the condition is a check after the loop body. So when to use a do while loop? Whenever you want to perform your action at least one time without considering whatever the condition you are providing. In that case, you can use the do while loop. So it will not check condition at the first and do the action. But note that it is rarely used. We mostly use the for and while loop in our coding, but do while loop it is very rarely used. But for your understanding purpose, when you are considering the looping in the Java, you should have knowledge about all these loops: for loop, while loop, do while loop, for each loop. Then we are going to see about the nested loop as well. So make a note of that. What exactly the for loop, while loop, do while loop, when and how to use that, and how to convert for loop to the while loop to the do while loop. So that's it for the today, guys. Thank you for watching this video and have a nice day.